spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. The Bruins will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. On target. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
Gets away from 1. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give from the gun. And some room to work. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now, coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll do it himself on the draw. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Pushes for the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. How could that happen? He misses the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll run play action. Grab near the marker. It's Burton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive image.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
And he's got a touchdown. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll line up to go for two. Marches ahead. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. A run for the quarterback. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Fired into the right, complete. And they get him down.
This defense has only first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here. And you've had a great first half.
Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Bruins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. He's trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Young. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Off-play action on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Wide open downfield. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pucks it out of the air.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Good enough for first down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harvey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah,
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hungry. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
They run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Creates a little space. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some run.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He leaves it with his back. There he goes. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I just got to get to that first down mark. That's all I'm trying to accomplish. Nice job by the quarterback. Nice read. Nice job by the running back understanding the situation. Fresh set of downs for this offense now.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Turning it on. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins will call on their punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And now this offense will take the field again. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. The give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Morris. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. One final play before the end of the quarter. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Morris. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. QB draw. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative.
Looking for the end zone. And he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline play. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Off play action. Makes the grab.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting a completion.
Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
A shot toward the end zone, and it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Gets it out quickly. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bruins!
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The give as they work on that clock. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49.
Let's go.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And now on second down for this offense. Here's the pressure. Stands in, takes the hit. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for space, it's Thomas. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Gets it out fast. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout by the defense.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that lap. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Ole Miss and LSU, fellas, they've given us some classics, and we've got another good one brewing today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.